Have you ever found yourself stuck in this frustrating cycle? No matter how hard you try, the fog of procrastination never seems to dissipate. The tasks on your list keep piling up, but somehow the motivation just isn't there. Maybe you start the day with good intentions, but soon find yourself aimlessly scrolling through social media or watching too many videos, and before you know it, you've wasted several hours of your day. Does this sound familiar? Believe me, you're not alone. I've been in that exact position for many years. It's easy to feel stuck, but recently I discovered something that has completely changed my perspective on productivity. It's called Dopamine Detox. I was skeptical at first, but once I committed myself, I realized how powerful this practice can be in anyone's life. This simple approach has freed me from distraction, increased my focus, and, for the first time in a long time, really enjoyed doing my tasks and enjoying my life more. In this video, I'm excited to share my experience with you, how dopamine detox works, the science behind it, and most importantly, how it can help you regain focus and start achieving your goals. If you're ready to take control of your mind and your life, keep watching. Let's start with dopamine. It's commonly known as the feel-good chemical because it plays a crucial role in our brain's pleasure and reward systems. Every time we do something pleasurable, whether it's eating something tasty, receiving a notification on our cell phone, or marathoning a TV series, we get a small dose of dopamine. And yes, in small doses, it's not bad. But here's the problem. Our modern world is full of dopamine triggers. Every like, every message, every new episode of the series we watch repeatedly activates that dopamine button. And while this might seem like a good thing at first, it comes at a cost. Over time, our brains start to depend on these quick and easy rewards, and the more we indulge in them, the less motivated we become to pursue anything that doesn't offer instant gratification. That's exactly what happened to me. I was stuck in a cycle, spending hours scrolling through social media, watching YouTube videos for hours and hours, jumping from one pointless activity to the next and not being able to stop. My productivity hit rock bottom. Even though I knew I had important tasks to do, none of them seemed appealing compared to the quick spikes of dopamine my brain craved. It was frustrating, and I knew something had to change. That's when I decided to take control of my mind and my life. A dopamine detox is essentially like hitting the reset button on your brain's reward system. The idea is simple, and it works like this. You take a break from anything that provides you with excessive stimulation, like social media, video games, junk food, or marathons of your favorite series. Why is that? Because by constantly indulging in these activities, we overload the brain with rapid doses of dopamine, which makes it harder to find motivation for everyday tasks. By moving away from these instant rewards, you give your brain the chance to recalibrate. The aim is to make those common, less stimulating tasks, such as working, reading, or exercising, rewarding again. It's important to note that this doesn't mean abandoning all of your favorite activities forever. We all need fun in our lives. It's more about redressing the balance. You learn to enjoy high dopamine activities in moderation while rediscovering pleasure in more meaningful, slower-paced activities. Psychologist Dr. Cameron Seppa was one of the first to spread this concept in society, advocating dopamine detox as a way to regain focus and motivation in a world full of distractions and instant pleasure. It's about regaining control over your time, your energy, and ultimately, your life. Isn't this concept fantastic? It's changed my life. Let's take a closer look at the science behind this. Dopamine plays a crucial role in how our brain processes rewards and pleasure. It's essential for motivation, learning, and enjoying life's little moments. But, like everything else, in excess, it can be harmful. When we are constantly bombarded with activities that generate high levels of dopamine, whether it's scrolling through social media, binge-watching series, playing video games, or even eating unhealthy food, our brains start to get used to these quick doses of pleasure. Over time, we become desensitized, which means we need more stimulation to feel the same level of satisfaction. It works like a drug for your brain. This is where the problem begins. The more we seek out these quick dopamine rewards, the harder it becomes to find motivation for tasks that don't offer instant gratification, such as working, studying, editing videos like I'm doing right now, exercising, or even reading. It's a slippery slope that leads to procrastination, distraction, and loss of focus. In fact, research published in the journal Nature found a clear link between excessive time spent in front of screens and reduced attention span, as well as a drop in overall productivity. This situation is affecting us more and more. Another study from Stanford University showed that taking intermittent breaks from high stimulation activities helps to reset dopamine levels. This reset can improve focus, increase motivation, and promote a balance between work and leisure. These scientific insights explain why dopamine detox can be such a powerful tool, which is being adopted by a growing number of people around the world every day. With all this information in mind, I discovered that I could apply these concepts to my life and decided to take the leap and commit to a dopamine detox. I warn you, it wasn't easy. The first day was brutal. I was like a drug addict on a high. I kept wanting to check my phone every 5 minutes, desperate for those little spikes of dopamine I'd gotten used to. My brain craved the instant gratification of social media, YouTube, and unhealthy snacks. It felt like torture to be alone with my thoughts and the list of videos I had avoided writing and editing for weeks. But I had committed myself, and I wasn't going to give up on the first day. And I didn't. I started simply with no social media, no streaming, no unhealthy food. I kept things simple, but focused. Just me, my thoughts, and the work I'd been putting off for a long time. On the third day, I hit a wall and thought about giving up several times. I began to question the whole process. I asked myself, is it really worth it? Am I really going to feel different? That's when the change began. On the fourth day, I woke up with a clarity I hadn't felt for months. My brain was no longer constantly looking for distractions. Tasks that had previously seemed impossible, such as sitting down to edit a video, reading, writing, or even doing simple chores, began to seem simpler. In fact, they started to feel satisfying. I finally started to see results. It wasn't as if the detox magically solved all my problems, but something changed in my mindset. I realized that I didn't need to constantly seek dopamine from external sources in order to feel good about what I was doing. I rediscovered the simple joy of being involved in the work process itself, instead of always looking for distractions. The dopamine detox helped me get out of that cycle of quick rewards and taught me to embrace focus, patience, and delayed gratification. It was a reset that changed the way I approach my day-to-day life, and you can do the same. If you're thinking of doing a dopamine detox, here's my advice. Start slowly. Don't try a full detox right away. Instead, choose just a few high-stimulation activities to eliminate for a few days. For me, it was social media and unhealthy food, two habits that were constantly giving me little spikes of dopamine and making it difficult to focus on more meaningful tasks. Keep things simple and realistic. This isn't about depriving yourself of everything that's fun. It's about creating balance. During the detox, focus on productive activities that you've been putting off. Maybe it's reading that book that's been sitting on your shelf for ages, getting back into a regular exercise routine, or starting that creative project you've been thinking about. Use this time to engage in tasks that you know will bring long-term satisfaction, even if they don't provide immediate gratification. I've been putting off writing and editing videos for my YouTube channel for far too long. Most importantly, be patient with yourself. The first few days can be difficult, and you'll probably feel the urge to seek out those quick dopamine spikes. But remember, the goal is to reset your brain's reward system, not to be a punishment to yourself. Stick with it, and you'll start to notice a change in your focus, your motivation, and your overall mindset. I'm definitely not the only one to go through this experience. Many people, from entrepreneurs to creatives, have discovered that detoxing from dopamine helps to unlock focus and creativity. Jack Dorsey, co-founder of Twitter, is a well-known example. He has publicly shared how the daily practice of digital detox allows him to maintain high levels of productivity. It's a routine that helps him stay balanced and focused in a world full of distractions. There's also solid research to back this up. A study by the Pew Research Center found that people who took regular breaks from social media reported feeling more productive, less anxious, and more engaged in their daily lives. They were better able to focus on work, family, and personal goals without the constant pull of notifications. These real-life examples show that dopamine detox is not just a buzzword, it's a proven strategy for regaining control of the mind, reducing anxiety, and increasing productivity. Whether you're a busy professional or someone looking to take better control of your time, this method can help you redefine and refocus. After completing my dopamine detox, I realized that it wasn't just a quick fix. It was the start of something bigger, which has changed my life to this day. The clarity, focus, and motivation I felt weren't just temporary. Even after reintroducing some of my old habits, such as social media or watching TV, the difference was that I was now able to enjoy them in moderation without letting them consume me. The long-term benefits have been undeniable, and I can say that I am a new, much more motivated and happier person. I've trained my brain to find satisfaction in deep work and meaningful tasks instead of constantly looking for distractions. My productivity has reached new heights, and I can now stay focused for longer periods. But this isn't just about improving my work. It's about being more present in my life, fully enjoying moments with the people I love most, and engaging with the world in a deeper way. The best part? This sense of presence and fulfillment isn't reserved for just a few people. It's something we all deserve and can achieve. A dopamine detox helps create the space to redefine your mind, and the positive effects can extend to all areas of your life. Trust me, it's worth a try. The fact that you're watching this video on my YouTube channel is living proof that this worked for me. If you've been feeling stuck, unmotivated, or distracted, a dopamine detox could be just what you need to reset and regain control of your life. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. I encourage you to try it for yourself and see how it will change the way you approach your day-to-day life. Trust me, the results are worth it. If you're up for the challenge, let me know in the comments below which activities you are going to detox from first. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tips on how to think better, live better, and grow as a person. See you in the next video.